Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos on Bitcoin, altcoins, and so much more. I'm here joined with Chris in Mexico, Tulum. It's a great place to be. We're having a great time. Aren't you having a good time here?
It's amazing. We just had a community meetup, man. So many people came. It's like a small Mexican village, and we had like 30 people showing up.
Exactly. It was great. It was awesome, man. And you know what? I love meeting the fans. How do you enjoy meeting the fans?
I really love it. I mean, it was not the first time. It's always such a special experience because we are talking to you guys here, but then seeing you in front of my eyes, it's an amazing experience, and it always reminds me why I'm actually doing that. It's my purpose is to push content towards the world, to reach all people in the world, and it's just always an amazing feeling. Thank you so much for being part of the Davinci J15 and MMCrypto family. I just got reminded once again today.
Yes, exactly. Oh man, it's great to be a part of your family as well. Today we're going to talk about how to become a multi-millionaire in the cryptocurrency space, because this is a growth industry and there's lots of opportunities out there in order to make money using cryptocurrencies. And actually it is money. If you treat it like money, you'll see your wealth grow exponentially, and you won't even concern yourself with dollars. And we're going to start off by modeling one example of how to increase your wealth to millions by asking Chris how he got to his multi-millions of dollars in wealth. And and he's going to tell his story, and we'll start off with before crypto, what were you doing?
So some people already know, and I like to tell the story usually in that way, that it seems like 0 to millions, right? And it is also kind of that way. Of course, I have an amazing family, very supportive, and I'm surely not coming from like poor conditions, right? I have a good family, they were supportive. I was studying 4 different studies. I dropped out 3 times. The one time I didn't drop out was when I was studying economics, because I just love economics. I love to understand how everything works. So that was beautiful. That really helped me. I finished that, and then I started a master study, and next to my studies I was even driving a taxi. Like really, this is beautiful story to tell, like because I was driving a taxi next to my studies. And well, when I found out about Bitcoin, I quit my university, my master's studies actually at an elite university, and also my taxi job, so to speak, and I went all in. I actually saved for a student a lot of money on the sidelines. I put it all into crypto. I quit everything. I started the YouTube channel. I started learning to trade, and of course I invested into small startups, and well, here we are. That was the beginning of everything. I dedicated basically my full life to it, not only all my savings, but all my time, all my attention, and all my energy into Bitcoin and crypto. So yeah, that's
what made you confident that this was a good thing to do. Like, what was the first realization that, oh my god, this is going to work?
Yeah, it's different, but still a little bit similar to you, because you are a programmer, right? And you understand how money works. I studied economics, so I understood how money works as well. Maybe back then not as well as you, but still I understood how an economic graduate with, I even had a good grade there, was able to understand it. And I also understood the basics of Bitcoin, not technologically from a programming point of view, but I understood the limited supply. I understood like all the basic fundamentals. So once I understood, I already knew the flaws of the monetary system. I learned about Keynesianism, about money printing, and all of these things. And I was really everything but a Keynesian, but many of my professors were. So I knew like, wow, it's not a good way, right? It really dilutes the purchasing power. It redistributes wealth. And I had a few good professors who taught me that as well. But I knew the only solution I knew is like, well, secure purchasing power in gold. But then I found Bitcoin. I knew like it has all the properties of gold, but then you can divide it more, you can send it like more easily, it's more scarce, it's non-confiscatable. So I knew like, wow, gold is amazing, but Bitcoin is superior to gold even. So I knew, well, this is the thing I want to dedicate everything, like all my energy, all my attention to. And in that moment I just realized, well, this is going to go to millions of dollars. And
yes,
well, we are on the verge of going there.
Bitcoin has all the features of good money. That's why it's easy for people to identify this, right? Once you've learned what money is. The difficulty is that most of us have not studied what money is. The schools do not tell you what money is. Is there a course, for example, in university that says Money 101? No. Not at all.
I'm very happy that I had one professor. He was working at the European Central Bank, and he actually quit at the so he was extremely critical. So I was lucky enough that I had one professor who was so critical and taught me about that, but taught us about that, but it was not really in the schedule of the normal university. He always put some of his opinion in between, so that was a great thing to experience, actually.
So he was a very good university professor, because
Yeah.
you have to stay within those lines, right?
Yeah.
Where you can't talk about the monetary system, right? Or else that's a no-no.
Yeah.
That's a no-no. Then they're going to lose funding from the banking system. In fact, if you read The Creature from Jekyll Island, you'll learn that the banking system, once they took over the monetary system, they realized that in order to keep it, they had to make sure the educational system allowed them to keep it by preventing people from learning what money is,
Yeah.
preventing people from thinking that this current monetary system was bad, and the only way to do that was to capture the educational system. So that's why they fraudulently said, "Oh, we are philanthropists. We're going to pay for education. We're going to help people learn about educate the people, educate the masses just for free, just for the goodness of our hearts." But that was obviously.
I mean, that's the reason why the tuition fees in the US are so high, because the government is intervening, right?
Yeah, well, then they realized that, hey, you know what? Why are we using our money, and when we could get the government to do it for
Yeah.
us, right?
Yeah.
And and they graduated to that over time. So.
I think most of our viewers, they are pretty well educated, and I'm very happy to have such an amazing community. I wanted to answer something else, so like how I actually got there, right, to the millions. We talked about the beginning.
Exactly. So how did you get to the millions there?
Yeah, so it's always important to mention, because many of my viewers, I see that on meetups, and I really try to say it every single time, that trading is not the only thing. Trading is, for me, secondary. The first thing, the most important thing is, well, you can have an employment job. Maybe you are not made as an entrepreneur. Maybe it's not within your goals. But what you need is a constant cash flow. The most important thing is a business and a cash flow from it, right? So you can use that cash flow then to invest and to trade. So this is actually what I understood in the early days. I think if you read Robert Kiyosaki or whatever, like I don't like to read, I listen to audiobooks, I watch videos and so on. So I learned all of these things. So I developed not only a business, I developed a cash flow, and I took that cash flow to invest into startups, like into ICOs, into initial exchange offerings and so on. And also to invest, of course, into Bitcoin. The vast majority of my money always went into Bitcoin. And then I developed the trading portfolio. Of course, I didn't start as a profitable trader, guys. It always looks very easy, but in the end of the day, number one, business with the cash flow. Then number two, that's secondary, that's investing, and that's trading. If you have money on the sidelines only from investing, well, if you buy probably $20,000 in Bitcoin today, of course you are going to be a millionaire, right? But if you want sustainable growth of your wealth, you need a business and a cash flow. I think that's very important to understand. And then the second part, what I also wanted to say is, it's not only this mindset, it's also spirituality. So what really helped me to take these steps forward was the mindset, and also what I call, or what many people call, law of attraction or law of vibration. So what I did back in the days is, I set my goals, and I already always manipulated my subconscious mind that I'm already there. I am successful. I deserve money. I deserve a flow of energy flowing back to me. I always try to provide the maximum amount of value, give as much value and energy out in the world, so I get energy in form of monetary energy back in return. So I can recommend everyone watching this, research the law of attraction, research the law of vibration, maybe Dr. Joe Dispenza, that's very good, because in the end of the day, what I learned is that the fabric of the universe, and well, you can disagree, but I mean, me or Carl from the moon, like we are the best examples that it works. And like nearly every successful person in the world I know, like I talk to them, and like all the successful person I know in the world, I talk to them, and most of them are using the same technique. They know that the mind is connected with the fabric of the universe, and that your mindset severely impacts what happens to you and what manifests in the real world. So this is why I want to recommend you, Google Dr. Joe Dispenza, and yeah, research his work. And if you like it, well, I am pretty sure if you are dedicated to it, and if you bring your mindset in alignment with these learning, it's law of natures, it will help you to be successful as well. So number one, business, cash flow. Number two, investing, trading if you want. If you don't want, leave it out. It's not important. And then of course, mindset is really the most important thing for success.
Wow, that's incredible, man. That's good information, man. I think you should definitely check out that book. I have one more question, right? Because everybody asks me, how do you get the energy to do this every day? Now you're doing 2 videos every single day. How do you get that power, that drive?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's like, when they watch your videos, right? When I watch your videos, you see excitement and like, oh, you're really pumped. How do you do that every day?
So like one thing I'm doing is sometimes I'm just Googling. Now I have 275,000 subscribers. I Google 300,000 people and I look at the photo showing 300,000 people and I picture these people being my subscribers, these people watching me. So I know when I record like a 5 or 10 minute video, it's like hundreds of thousands of people watching that, and I'm getting so pumped because I have this goal in my mind that the whole world is watching me, that I can push this knowledge, these insights towards the whole world. It's in alignment with my purpose, and nothing pumps me up more than in the morning than to know that I will stand up, I will take my phone, and I have hundreds of thousands of people watching me. I can add value to, I can help. And I think that in combination with drinking a lot of water, lemon, coconut water, and all of that is just giving me so much energy. So always when I'm looking into that lens, just like right now, I know it's like an insane amount of people watching, and I think there's nothing more beautiful in the world for me personally.
Oh, well, with that said, man, we got to wrap this up, right? We got several more videos to do, right? You got your video to do, and another one with me in it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. And so remember, Bitcoin's real, Bitcoin's here to stay, and you need to be a part of it. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Very good.
All right, that's good.